Hello, good evening, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Good evening. Can you all hear me? All right, all right. Good to see everyone. Trust we had a great day. All right. About last class, do you have any question you want to ask, or is there good to see you? Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was able to work on my camera and everything is fine now. Thank God. So how is everyone? How are you feeling? Can you use an emoji to just to show me how you are feeling about tonight's class? Are you excited? Are you happy? Are you looking forward for something impacting today? Yeah, my day went well. Fine. Yeah, I had a great day. Yeah, good to know that you're feeling good. Okay, so what were you able to learn yesterday? Can somebody just tell me what they were able to? What was your take home yesterday? What was your take home for yesterday class? I'm waiting. What was your take home, ladies? Pricing, your target audience. Glad to be able to attend class again today. Okay. An emails platform where buying and selling takes place. An emails platform where buying and selling takes place. Is it B2B or B2B2C? I can say it is B2B e-commerce. It's B2B, B2B2C. Yeah, because it depends on the people that are buying on that platform. I decide to to sell directly to people who are also into sales, so you can buy and also sell again to consumers. Do you understand? You can decide to buy in bulk. Do you understand? And from there you can also sell back to your consumer. So from my own understanding, I think it's B2B2C. Yeah, that's to Chinwe. Know your target audience. A new thing I learned was different between pricing and pricing strategy. Pricing was my take home. Okay. So everybody's just saying pricing, 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 pricing. So how about products positioning? You didn't learn anything from there. And go to market strategy. You didn't learn anything from there. Like you didn't there's no take home for you guys. You just pricing that everybody's saying pricing, 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 pricing. Mm. And ladies, they're just saying pricing, 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 pricing. Is it just pricing that you're able to learn? All right, so let's get started, guys. So in order not to just take much of our time, so let's get started. So for tonight's class, I'll be taking us through what we titled launch execution and collaboration among stakeholders. So basically, I'm going to take us through what is product launching. Okay, I also learned to go to market methodologies, and I've not really understood the product positioning. Okay, I also learned about go-to-market strategy, plan and approach to promote products to target customers. I explained so that product positioning has to do with how does your target audience, what kind of feelings do they have about your products? If you remember yesterday, we go through the slide I shared with us. I said what are product positioning has to do with the perspective of you in the minds of your target audience. I think I explained that to us yesterday. Before you even think of even launching a product, you need to have a product positioning statement like this product that you are launching out. What kind of perspective, what kind of impression, what exactly do you want them to, what feelings do you want them to get from your product, right? That was what I explained to us yesterday. Do you understand what that means now? I'm talking to Amaka so that we can comment, we can just start today's class. So do you have an understanding of what product positioning is? It has to do with the kind. Okay, yes, okay. But I was still trying to explain better on what product positioning is all about. But thank God you have like an understanding of what it is now. So now let's get started. And I already shared the slide with us. I'm sure that by the time you go through the slide as well, you can still see there's still more explanation on what products positioning is all about. Do you understand? Is there any other question that you want me to answer? Any other question? What feelings do you want your customers to have about it? Exactly, Dr. Ronke. That's what product positioning is all about. Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone, for your contribution on the channel. So let's dive in to today's topic. Okay, my slide. So let me just share my screen so that you can see my slide. Present. Guys, hold on. Let me try to share my screen. Please confirm you can see my screen. Can you see my screen, guys? Okay. So today I'm going to be taking us through what we title product launch execution and cross-functional collaboration, basically. But we'll be diving more on product launch. I hope if we have enough time, then I will get into the second topic, which is this cross-functional collaboration. So if you hear the word product launch, what comes to your mind? Launching of a product, basically. What do you think? Like, what's your understanding about product launch? So I'll be using my phone to read comments so that I'll be able to know the people that are commenting, because now that I'm sharing my screen, I won't be able to um see people's comments. So let me join on my phone so that I can see what others are saying on the comment box. Yeah, so I can see what people are saying. Okay, yes, now product launch means bringing a new product to the market. Beautiful. Any other person? Any other person? Creative, I got your comment. Is there another person? When a product is ready to be shown to the market, release of a product to the market. Yeah. Okay. An elaborate way of announcing the arrival of a product. Awareness of a product. Yeah, basically. All our product strategy that we are trying to work on, our product strategy, our product positioning, all of those things. The goal is for us to bring our product to the market. Yeah, release of a product to the market. So we all know that even you bringing your product to the market is not an easy task, right? But it's something that everybody is looking out for. We want to like launch our product. That's the goal. That's the whole reason why we are working on a product, for us to launch. And there's always this excitement that we want to launch our product. Our product is coming up, this and that. We launched our product, and the first week we were able to get so amount of money. We were able to generate $100,000, this and that. That there's this excitement, right? So that's just the goal. It has to do with you to bring introduce your product to the market. That this is what we've worked on. This is what our product looks like. And before you launch your product, you have to be sure, you have to be 100% sure that okay, that your product is ready for launch. All right. So the definition I have here says that product launch is a business coordinated and planned effort to introduce a product to a new market, or introduce a new product to a market. It could be an existing product, and it could also be a new product, depending, right? But it has to do with you introducing the idea that you've already had, to the market for people to see. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I can read your comments. Thank you so much for your contribution. You can see that everybody's engaging the chat box. All right, thank you so much. So, for you to launch your products, a lot of effort has been put in place. Your go-to-market strategy has been written. You figure out your target audience, where you've known who those products are for. So you've already done, you've you've done your eye, and everything is in place, and now you're happy to launch your product. A launch is more than just posting we are open on social media. It is a dedicated effort that has to get the product workable ahead of a deadline, and then to appropriately market the product across all channels. So before you even think of launching your product, thank you. Dr. Runke is very, I just love the fact that you are really making the channel to be very engaging. I love everybody's contribution. It shows that we are really, really committed to this program. Yeah, thank you so much everyone for your contribution on the channel. Yeah. So a launch is not just that. It's not just about you just saying that you're open to business. No, a lot of effort, like I said earlier on, has been put into it. First of all, you've done your research, you've written your PRD, you've written your we are writing your PRD. You know what a PRD, isn't it? You've written your PRD, you've done your research, your developers has done what they're expected to do, your design team have done what is expected of them to do. You've done your go-to-market strategy, you've done your product what's it called, positioning. You've done everything that is expected of you. Now you're happy to launch, right? Do you understand? So the product launching is the most important thing that one has to even consider whenever you're when you are done developing your product. You are not developing your product for your own personal consumption, right? You are developing for your users. So we are happy to do that, but don't just be excited that we are open, because there are so many times I see some products online that, oh, we are open, we are about to do this, we've done this. So at the end of the day, it's nothing to write about because they put themselves under unnecessary pressure. Why they are not off, I understand that you should launch your MVP first. At the same time, too, it should be something that can test, that can test your idea, not just about you just to showcase and to show off. Do you understand? So do all your due diligence before you launch your product. I hope we all understand what product launch is. Bringing your product to your what to your audience, introducing it to the new market, introducing it to your market. Basically, do you understand um what product launch is before we proceed to the next one? Tell me, I want to hear from you guys. I'm trying to read comments. Okay, okay, all right. I can see everybody's comments. Yeah, your MVP must also be great and reliable. Exactly, exactly, exactly. Exactly. So, I mean, I have product managers on this chat box. So, I mean, you're all here to just like, to renew what you already know because I can see the responses of everybody on the chat box. All right, thank you. All right, so now that we have an understanding of product launches, we introducing our product to the market. So, we can move on to the next slide. So, what are the types of product launch that we have? We have break in, we have breaking ground, we have brand expansion and extension, and we also have conquering new grounds. So that are the four types of product launch that we have, right? So when we talk about breaking in, from the word breaking in means that a company debuts a new product into the market that already has some similar products serving it. So when you are breaking in, right, it means that the products that you are launching is not just existing. Somebody has already done something like that. So in this situation, this is when product differentiation has to be in place, has to be considered. That is, you have to like come up with something that someone had not worked on before. Do you understand? You have to come up with something that nobody had ever worked on before. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Even from the word breaking in, you are breaking in with a new idea. What is that new idea you are bringing to the market? Because it's a similar product. For example, maybe what product can I even make an example of? Maybe you are trying to. Can somebody give me an example of a product that somebody had worked on and you are trying to do something similar? Example of a product. Okay, maybe let me say Bonvita for example, and now Milo too is trying to do the same. There should be like a sort of different, like that will differentiate you because it's already existing. We have something similar like that. So if you are breaking into the market, you should come up with an idea that is going to like exactly no else exactly. Thank you so much, Esther, for that idea. Proven and cowed exactly. So if you are launching in a product, if you are in this category of person breaking in, so you are coming up with what? With a new um it's and you are coming up with something that is existing already. So you are you should be able to come up with something different that you can teach people how they can do that new thing, but why they should be yours and not others. Gigi and Jumia, Uber, oh god, Uber and InDrive, exactly. So there should be something that has to distinguish you from the existing user. Do you understand? So that is what breaking in is talking about. Breaking in new ideas, breaking in with something different that will differentiate you from your users. Do you understand? All right. Thank you. So the next word is breaking ground. You know, Let me not even show you what that breaking ground is. When I say breaking in means that you are introducing a market that has already existed. You are introducing a product that has some similar products that are serving it, and you are just trying to like teach people how to use something in your product. So now if I say that's the definition of breaking in, then what is breaking ground? Somebody should tell me what breaking ground is. If breaking in is a product that is existing that you are doing something like that, then what is breaking ground? Somebody should tell me what breaking ground is. What is breaking ground? From the word breaking ground, what kind of product is the person introducing? Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. I'm waiting on the channel, please. I'm reading comments. I want to say, okay, yeah. I'm reading comments. I'm reading comments. Uh-huh. Introducing a new product. Okay, new and fresh product. Breaking ground is making a mark. Virgin. Chinoye. Chinoye said virgin products. Oh my god. Which one is virgin product again, Chinoye? I get that. And Dr. Runke said a cutting edge ahead. I think breaking ground is introducing new product entirely that has not been launched before. Great. Introducing a non-existing product ahead of the previous. A new product that is standing out, craving a new niche of product. Oh my god. Like this is for you ladies. Can you see my hand? Can you see? Yeah. I told you that we have senior PM on this call. I told you we have news. We have senior PMs. All right, new product. So craving for exactly like you are right. So breaking ground is this is more of it as six an entirely new product is being introduced into a market that has not experienced its kind before. Exactly, introducing a new product which it is not in the market before. Great, can you say? So that's what breaking ground is all about. When you're launching a product in this category, it means that you're launching a product that is new. Just like when they were introducing GSM to Nigeria. Can we remember then that there was no GSM? You are doing some disruption by introducing a new way of doing things that has never happened, things that, products that nobody has ever worked on before. You are breaking ground, you are shaking ground. Exactly. That is what this is all about. Breaking something irresistible. Exactly, exactly. So that is it. So if you are doing this kind of thing, you know that you have to do a lot of research, right? A lot of work has to be, and there is also a kind of fear and a kind of risk. You're like, oh my god, what if this product is introduced? What if that? What if it doesn't work out and all of those things? You shouldn't be scared of failing, right? But just have to like take up that risk and just try to do it. But before you take up that, there are some risks you don't take. But so before you even think of even doing something like this, you have to have done your research. We product managers, we we do more of like we work. How do I, what should I use? Like what we do basically is we live on data. Data is a lot, so we capitalize on data so much that we don't dwell on assumptions, or we don't dwell on we assuming things basically. So majority of what we do is basically on data. So if you are breaking ground, if you are shaking ground, you have to like cross your T and dot your I basically. Exactly. Thank you so much, everyone. So that is it. That is what breaking ground is all about. So if you are in this category of these categories of persons that are launching a product, I said the first one is what? Who can tell me the first one? Let me show you. I said the first one is you are breaking in. This is existing products they are trying to introduce, but you have to like, you know, differentiate it from your competitors. Then the second one is breaking ground. Then the third one is what? Brand expansion and extension. So brand expansion and extension is literally talking about, yeah, you already have a reputation already, right? But you are trying to like expand your business, right? So you are trying to like extend it. This product is already existing already. Breaking in or I'm breaking in and break exactly. So brand expansion and extension has to do with this product is existing, but you're just trying to like expand it. You're trying to introduce it in a very bigger way. So most established companies do not rely on a product. Usually, they leverage on their market equity to expand their reach. So they are trying to increase their market share. Do you understand? So it is something that is already on ground. So their brand reputation, they have the track record, are two values, and they can milk for the launch of an expansion because they are already known and people know them already, but they just need to just expand their business. So that's what brand expansion and extension is all about. Then the next one is conquering new territories. So the first type of product launch isn't a launch at all, but a repositioning of an existing offering. So in this case, you're a big boy. Let me say you're a big boy already. The brand has taken a takes a current product and pushing it to an entire new market, maybe to another country as a whole. Do you understand? You've already made enough maybe profits. Like you are so big that you just have to, like, you want to grow, and you want to, like, you know go to another country. For example, maybe you are trying to, like, move from Nigeria to another country. You focus on a new market entirely because you already have a track record of success. Do you understand? You have so many products like that in Nigeria that they are moving. They are not just in Nigeria, they are not just Nigerian brand, they are even outside the country. So this is another category of launching, right? That you want us to consider. So if you are launching your products, you can also be in this category. So depending on your level. So I'm sure for startup now, are they breaking ground? It depends if they are not working on an existing product. So yeah. So the next one is product launch checklist. So if you are launching a product, for example, these are things that you have to consider. So number one is you make sure that the team has successfully executed on the strategic vision that is outlined in their product roadmap. I believe that you have an understanding of what product roadmap is all about. Strategic plan on how you're going to carry out your words, your developing your products, as at when, what time, your engineers, your design team, what quarter, what, like a roadmap that is going to help you to develop your product as at when due, like a guide. Do you understand? So all of these things has to be in place. Your design team, they've done what they are supposed to do. Your developers, they've done what they are supposed to do. Your digital marketers, they've already done they've written their go-to-market strategy. They've implemented all of those things. All those things has been in place before you now think of launching your products. Your testers, your QA testers, they've done, even when your testers are testing their product, at times it's used to break somebody's heart, because for your mind now you just think that, we are done. No, but by the time these guys are testing the products, at times you just something will call premium sales. They're like, oh no, we've done this, we've done that, but these guys, you start they'll discover bugs, they'll discover so many things, and it will break your heart. So don't be too quick to launch. I mean, it's good to launch on time, right? But at the same time too, you have to do your due diligence. Because what's the point of you launching a product that you cannot even test your idea? It doesn't make sense. That's why the fact that you're launching your MVP first. So if you're an MVP, it's limited. You're making use of a minimum viable features just for you to test your ideas, isn't it? So it's not something that is that huge that that will take forever, but at least you still have to do your due diligence. So there's no small business, there's no small products. You have to go through the process, all right? But at the same time too, you have to do your due diligence before you launch your products. So number three is that you have to draft and distribute sales and marketing collateral. And number four, you have to train your sales team on the new product. One of the things I used to tell when you're hiring people to work with you is that if they don't have an understanding of your goals, if they don't have an understanding of your mission or whatever you are trying to achieve, your business goals, they are only wasting your time. So you should be able to train your sales team. And sales team are very, very important. Exactly, doctor. There's no small products. There isn't any small product. Thank you so much for engaging the channel as well. It shows that, I mean, you are listening. So, thank you. So train the sales team on the new product, because sales team are very, very important. Everybody is important. Everybody has their own value they add into the team, both the product manager, designers, developers. I remember when I'm talking to my developers and my designers, I was just telling them that, see, all of you, yes, you can code, Abi, you can design, but you still have to listen to me. I'll be the one to give you instruction on what to do. Everyone just be laughing, like, what do you, I say, yes, no, You have to listen to me. I'm the product manager. You have to listen. I'll be the one to write the PRD. I'll just be, it's not, we are just playing, right? Like, but the reality is there is nobody that is not important. Marketers are as important as every other person on the team, because uh why would you work on a product that do not get your final consumer? What's the point? Is as good as nothing. So you don't underrate anybody on the team. And that is why one of the most important things they tell we techies is that you should learn how to work as we should learn how to work as a team. Collaboration is a skill on it. When I think in our first class, I explained this to every one of us, right? So everybody on the team should be on the same page. This is what we are trying to achieve. Nobody should be lost. So train the sales team on the new product they are trying to work on. This is what we are trying to achieve. Do you understand? Exactly. All right, cross-functional collaboration. I told you that I have senior PM on this call. I have senior PMs. All right, thank you everyone. So the next one is you should train the customer support department on the new product. Basically, this is just trying to tell us that we should train everybody. Sales team, they are very important. Customer support, because when there are issues, they also need to have an idea of the product you are working on. When they reach out to you, hi, I'm trying to use your product, I'm having these challenges, blah blah blah, and all of that. So if they don't have an understanding of the product, please, what advice do they want to give your products? Exactly. Thank you, Dr. Ronke. So if everybody, so as a product manager, do not underrate anybody on your team. Everybody is valuable, because as a product manager, can you design? As a product manager, can you code? As a product manager, can you do the digital marketing thing? Will you be the one to be running ads? Can you also work as a customer care? Just, you can't do all of those things. So everybody has to have an understanding of the product that you're working on. Do you understand? So you should train the customer support department. And number six, you should complete the product support and your technical documentations. It's very essential that you know the kind of code they are using. Are they using JS? Are they using JavaScript? Right? What exactly are they using to? What kind of code are they using? All of those things, you have to know it. Don't be too shy to walk up to your dev team. If you are not a technical PM, you need to know what kind of code are they using. Even if you don't really have, I want to know. I want you to give me. I tell my dev guy, okay, can I have your technical document? I want to know. Are you using this? Are you using that? Are you doing this? All of those things. So you have to document all, to complete your documentation, that even if you are leaving the organization today, the next PM that is coming, if you hand it over to the person can literally know what to do. Not that you are leaving with the idea. No, do all that is expected. You complete your documentation before you leave. Do you understand? I'm not saying you are leaving, but before you launch, rather, all those things that has to be in place. So product manager role is no jokes at all. It's a whole lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. So the next one is let your entire organization knows about that you're approaching product launch. As you're approaching your product launch, when you are writing your product roadmap, the launching dates, everything, all of these things will be itemized, right? So when you're approaching your product launch, you should be reminding your team that, okay, we'll be launching this product at so date. Be reminding them, and that is why when you do your daily stand-up, for example, you'll be reminding your team members that our deadline is so. This product, we are approaching deadline. All of this has to be in place. It is not when your product is remaining, maybe when your launching date is remaining like 2 days or 3 days, that's when you now start marrying. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't sound like you're professional. Do you understand? Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Rinke. I got the comments. So the next one, you develop and review the customer journey to buy the product. I was teaching us about products, go to market yesterday, and at some point I mentioned what a marketing funnel was for us yesterday, isn't it? Customers, when I was telling you that marketing funnel has to do with the journey on how you're able to like get the attention of your users, the medium. Do you understand? So also you should be able to have develop and review your customer journey on how they are going to buy that product. If you are launching what kind of product are you launching? Maybe you are launching a book app, whatever they are trying to launch, right? You should be able to like know that how will this app what will interest my user for them to get for them to maneuver their way to our website. So all of these things you have to put them into consideration. Customer journey, how is it that they will is it that they're going to like is it gonna be through Facebook? Is it gonna be through TikTok? Is it gonna be through Medium? Maybe if they're reading an article on Medium. Like, is it like all of this thing you have to figure it out. And how will you figure it out? Through research. Okay. So the next one is devise a plan for tracking user behavior and gathering feedback from your early users. So you should be able to know the kind of reaction. There's you know, I remember there was a time I was trying to search for all this wedding, you know okay, let me should I use wedding. When you are registering for, if you look at Facebook for example now, it's not necessarily Facebook alone, almost all the apps, when you were registering they will ask you for your age. And when you're approaching a certain age like that yeah, maybe you are due for marriage and you're not yet married, you will notice that some applications will be sending all this marriage motivational talk, wedding outfits, all of like, do you ever ask yourself that how do they know that maybe you are preparing for wedding, or maybe you are due for marriage or something like that? Because at times, I'll just be wanting some. I'll just be seeing something on my timeline. Not just that alone. I'm a kind of person that I like corporate outfits like that. I'll just go on Pinterest. I'll check. Do you know that these guys will be bringing more of that thing because they've already studied my behavior? That this girl, she likes corporate outfits. This girl, she likes this. This lady, she likes this. Do you ever ask yourself how these guys know? Because they've studied your behavior, that this is what interests you. And if you are the kind of person that you like watching all these Korean movies, all these memes, they will know, because in as much you sign up on that applications, they've already saved your information, isn't it? So before you even think of launching a product, you should be able to devise a plan on how you can track your user behavior. That what are the things that interest our users? Okay. And also you can also gather feedback from your early users. Do you understand? All of this has to be in place. There is no magic. Do you understand? So the next one is decide on the metrics you and your team will use to judge the success or failure. This also has to be considered. Like, what metrics do you put in place to for you to know after launching that this thing is successful or not? I was explaining to us yesterday that the fact that a user download your app does not mean that it will add to the growth of your application. I made some example yesterday now that I had downloaded an app just because I wanted to get something in return. And as soon as I was able to get that, I deleted it. It's not a wise thing to do. I'm not asking you to do that. That was when I started my career, and everybody's still trying to, but it doesn't make sense, right? So it's not just about numbers of downloads. Do you get? It should be numbers of people that completed the process. That's the only way to add to your growth. The next one, conduct a product launch pre-mortem. The meaning of this pre-mortem means you should be able to set out it means likely risk or failure, that if at all there is failure at the end of the day, what will you do? Do you understand? What would you do? What are the risk managements that you already set in place? That okay, what if this doesn't work as planned? What do we do? So you should also conduct a product launch pre-mortem, that if it doesn't work, what are we going to do? So yeah, that's it about that. So the next slide, moving on. So now, types of product launching. We have pre-launch, we have launching itself, which is the execution, and we have the post-launch. Pre-launch has to do with planning, right? Planning before you launch. You've been able to identify, okay, not just numbers of download, but exactly. Thank you, ladies. I love the fact that everybody is even engaging the channel. Shows that, I mean, we already have senior PM. So when you are launching your product, is in three categories. We have pre-launching, and we also have what? Launch. And we also have what? Post-launch. Let me see if I gave okay, let me explain this thing. So for pre-launching of a product, has to do with all of those things that you've already set in place for you to get your product to your final users. Do you understand? What are those things that you have to do before you launch your product? And I think I mentioned all of those things to us yesterday, if you can remember. Can you all remember when I was explaining to us that before you launch your product, what are the things that I said you should do? Can anyone remember? I'm reading it. I'm trying to read comment. Okay, nice one. So it has to do with all the campaigns. The goal of a pre-launching has to do with you building excitement and anticipation around your upcoming products. What are those things that you campaigning, telling people there's this product that is coming, get ready, are even telling people to sign up on the wait list. So product is gonna be launched in so date. You can look forward to it. You've already started your advertisement. You've already started doing all of all those exciting things. You are toasting them already. That there's a product that is coming. That when you get this product, like this is buy one, you're going to take two for free. Register now before the off. All of those paparazzi that you are doing before you launch is what is called pre-launching process, pre-launching planning rather. All those preparation that you are doing so that people will be anticipating that your product is coming. All right. So what are the all those campaigns that you are doing online, on internet? Do you understand? Even some go to the level of they will add form to their ads that okay, for you have to just be on the wait list. This set of people are the first people that will have access to this so percentage if you use our applications and all of those things. All right. So after that, the next category is the launching of your products. That's the execution phase, whereby I think I've explained what launching is all about. And it doesn't even end there. There's still life after launching. And what is it? Is that after you have launched your product too, because you are launching your MVP, obviously, there's also a post-launch analysis that has to do. And this has to do with data. That is, there has to be metrics that are in place for you to track the progress of your product. Do you understand? So all of those metrics that you set in place, right, are very, very important for you to know that this product that we are launching, that we launched, what is the feedback? What is the engagement like? What are customers saying about our products? Are we really meeting up with our targets? Are we really adding values? Are customers using our products? Are we targeting the right audience? All those things, because you can't launch a product without having metrics to track them. Do you understand? There are a lot of ways for you to track the progress of your products. And after you've launched your product, that you've already gotten your feedback, you've had one-on-one interaction with your customer, depending on the medium you want to use to get feedback from your users, right? And your feedback will determine what steps to take. If you are lucky enough that your product is excellent for everybody is happy, you are happy, your users are happy, congratulations to you. The next thing is to do what? To upgrade it, abi to update your product. But if you're not getting the numbers of users you're supposed to get, if in terms of the resources you have used on the product, you're unable to get as much as that, there's it's not balanced, right? So be ready to, to be data oriented person, in the sense that you get enough information from your user after launch. You don't be too excited that this and that, you're not relaxed. Do you understand? So that is where your journey began. If you notice that all of our teachings, it seems to like we are hearing there are some key words that we keep repeating. So these are things that you should know, that these things are very important, very, very important. So launching is the end goal. When you are done developing your product, well, it doesn't end at launching. There's post launch also, after launch, post launch. Do you understand? I don't know if there's any question. Do we have any question, ladies? Or am I too fast? Exactly. There was a metrics to track his progress. Okay, let me take questions now, because let me take questions. Yeah, let's drop our questions. Am I too fast? Plan B in case exactly. Dr. Roke, I got that. That's about what's the code that I explained? Pre-mortem. Yeah, in case there are risks and all. I thought we have types of launch. Yes, I've mentioned this. We have post-launch, and we have pre-launch. We have launching, and we have post-launch. Yeah, those are the three categories that we have. Pre-launch includes campaigns. Yes, innovation. Yes, okay. You're not too fast. I'm happy to hear that. Okay. So, do we have any questions, ladies? Do we have questions? Do we have questions? So, okay, while I wait for your questions, so let's continue. So, you should launch before you're 100% ready. Build for a whole user experience and build with the end in mind. Launch before you're 100% ready and build for a whole user experience. Build with the end in mind. So, let's try as much as possible that when we are launching a product, at least we should have this mindset that whoever that is using our product, right, is going to get what's the word, we feel good about our product basically. So don't just launch product because you are trying to meet deadlines and all of that. Launch product because you are trying to add value to your users. All right. So let's do all our due diligence, and if you are not, there's a template, right, for you to prepare your go-to-market strategy. There's a you have to plan. You have to plan a go-to-market strategy for your launching, post-launch, all those three things, because you have to figure a way out for you to track progress. Pre-launching now, some set of people might have registered on your wait list that they'll be using your app, they'll be doing this and they will be doing that. And you also need to know if they actually used it. So there has to be metrics for all of these things. And even when your product is launched as well, you still have to track it. Even when your product is also after launch, you still have to track data. So you can, if you don't like data, you don't have a choice. You need to like it at this point. You need to like it at this point. So, what are the tips for building a successful product? Number one, you have to focus on customers' experience. Very important. And number two, when you say focus on customers' experience, is that don't be a kind of product manager that you're just after. I think I had a chat with one of my colleagues that was like, me, I like it when our design is so cute. It has so many colors, coat of many colors, this, and I was like, hey, babe, this is not just about you having a very beautiful design on your platform. It's about what kind of experience will they have on the website. Like, is it gonna be seamless for them? Is it that they are trying to look for the search button and they were just looking for it up and down? I think there was an app that I used, one of this laundry app that I use. I'll not mention the name of the app. I was just looking at it. The app is so nice, and at the end of the day, the user experience is very poor. Like, I was looking for a particular button, and I was like, "Where is this button? Where is this button?" Like, of which I never knew the button was hiding somewhere like that. So, if you ask me, the user experience is very poor. So, we should be more focused on how would our customer feel when they are using our products. Is it going to make their life easier? Is it going to make their life is it going to reduce their stress? What kind of experience would they get? If they ask me, what application do you feel good most about? Okay, let me ask you, ladies, of all the applications you'll be using, which of those applications makes you feel good that they are so seamless for you? Can you tell me? You can drop it on the chat box. Of all the applications that you are using, like, tell me what your experience is like. If you are say, this particular application, like exactly, Opay is so seamless. All this Opay, WhatsApp, exactly, like, it's so easy for you to navigate your journey. It doesn't give you stress. It's not like you have a beautiful website and you're looking for search button, how to upload. There was a like, what are you doing, please? And the funny thing is that all of this have been so beautiful, very beautiful, with the aesthetic will be so nice, and at the end of the day, they've forgotten the most important thing: user experience. Facebook, thank you. Opay, Opay, of course, Opay, Instagram, exactly. Very easy for you to sign up, very easy for you to upload your picture, very easy for you to update your profile, very easy for you to add friends, very easy for you to block friends, very easy for you to delete friends, very easy to whatever. Opay, very easy for you to transact that. By the time you transact now, the person will get the alert immediately. I'm not biased here. Me, I'm just generalizing my gist. I'm not every app are okay. I'm saying things based on the chats, the comments. The comment I'm saying on the chat box. Stanbic, exactly. Piggyverse, Netflix, Pampay, Telegram, WhatsApp, exactly. You focus on customers' experience if it makes life better because nobody wants to give you money for free. You think they want to give you money? They are giving you money because of the value that you are giving them. So if they are not getting value, then please, what business do I have with you? Even CUDA, exactly. Can you list out some of the applications that you have used that the user experience is nothing to write about? Can you mention them? But I'm not going to list it out, Sha, but I'll just be reading it on the chat box. Can you list out the applications that you've used that you're not really cool about? I'm trying to see it to see what you are writing. I'm not ready to drag anyone. Well, there is a particular app that I'm so like that app is really really annoying. Like there was a time I wanted to do what's it called, a tear down on that product. My colleagues say no. We all know that that product is annoying. I'm not going to mention it, right? I don't know. I think some I will not say anything, but I can. I'm not going to say anything, but I can see some on the chat box really, like you will try to even perform a certain transaction. They'll be telling you that this time there's what's even the comments that you see. They will tell me that we cannot do this at the moment. I will not mention it, but it's there. You people have mentioned some of it, but I will not say it. Like, who is your products manager on this product? Each time I try to like try and perform a particular transaction on some of this app, I'm getting error message all the time, and I have let me not talk, abeg. Let me not talk because I'm sure some of us are experiencing it, and I can see comment on the chat, but I'm not going to talk. But if your users are not having 100% experience, you're not doing a good job. Oh. I'm telling you, I will not say more. I will not say more than that. I will not say more than that. I just pray that if you fail to, to make life easy for your users, just know that you are preparing to get to a decline phase. That's just it. Because if users are not finding it very easy to transact or to do things on your app, what are you doing? People should be saying, I don't know anything about what people are saying on the chat, but I'm here to teach. Thank you. Oh God. All right, the next one is use product data to inform your strategy. Exactly. I mentioned that we are data driven individuals, so you should use data to make your decisions as well as when you're building your product strategy. Data, don't use your head alone, like don't guess, do your research. You can use any of the analytics tools for you to analyze your data before you start taking any step. Very important. Also, you create a launch checklist, and I think I showed us the launch checklist. That's our previous slide. That you should make sure that you have your launch checklist, things that you're expected to do before launching. This you tick it like there should be a checklist that you are following, not that you just go and to go and launch a product without you are laughing. I'm not gonna say anything about what people are saying. That's your own personal experience. You can send a mail to them, tell them the kind of experience the kind of experience that you're having with these guys, so that they can do justice to that. I'm not going to say anything. All right, the next one is launch early and tweak as you go. Exactly. So it's not just about you just launching early. Also, you should launch reasonably. Like you should launch something that makes sense. That you'll be able to meet up with the needs of your users. It's not just you're launching alone, but launch, but be ready also to to tweak it. That is why you're advised to use agile approach. Agile advice that you should you should be able to iterate in the process. You're not just launching all your features, you're just launching the most important features, and you can always come back to tweak and to update whatever you have worked on. So I think that is about tips for building a successful product. So the next slide, do we still have more? I think, yeah. So all right, the product launch execution. So the product launch proper can be done in several ways, depending on the company and what type of launch. Some of the ways products are launched into a market are one with an event. Example, Apple does this often for our products. Or you can do it on social media. You can also launch with a few people first. You can also take pre-orders. So pre-orders is pre-launching. Like I was saying, you can launch with few people first. You can have like a focus group whereby you want them to to test this product, and you can gather your feedback from them. So the time is 8:02, so I think we will have to go for a short break. Then when we come back, we'll continue. Yeah. All right, ladies, see you guys in 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes time. All right. Welcome back, everyone. So, I hope you are getting value. I hope you are not just here listening to pep talk and the likes. I hope you are learning. Please confirm you can hear me. Can anyone hear me, ladies? Yeah. Like I tell my friends that if I'm spending 10 minutes or 30 minutes or 2 hours of my time in a place, if I'm not getting value, I'd rather be sleeping, or better still, I should be watching cartoon in my room. So if you're on this call, try as much as possible to get value. There's no point you are in a place for 2 hours, you are using your data, you are using 2 hours of your life and you're not getting value. There's no point. I can't be in that kind of place. So try as much as possible to at least pay attention. Whatever you can learn it and use it. All right. So that's what I have to say. So do we have questions? Do we have questions before we proceed? Do we have questions? Don't worry. I won't take much of our time for tonight's class and yeah. Any question? Senior PMs? Any question? Doctor, do you have question? Esther, our senior PM. I know who the senior PMs are on this call. People are still dragging about applications that are not that are giving you stress. People should go and send mail to their head, like to their I don't know, to them. I don't want to mention names. If you have any challenge, just send email to them and tell them what the challenges you were facing. There was a time I sent an email to WhatsApp. Yes, then I was still new. Then I finished my product management training. And when you're just new like this, you want to practicalize what they taught you. So I was like, and now then all those things all those user experience when I'm using an application begin to make sense to me. That if I'm using an application, I'll just be looking for their errors. Oh my god, the user experience is so poor. This is so all these things I don't know them before. But whatever application I'm using, I'll just be jotting down their errors like this. So the extent I had to send an email to WhatsApp, then I was like, you people should go and do something about your picture, the quality of your pictures. It's very poor. They responded though, honestly. Then my brain was still hot like this, like I just finished training school. Oh yeah, people should go and do something about your picture quality. It's very poor. Every other thing is great, but you can do better. And they responded. I was like, you need to hire a product manager that will do this, do that. I just sent email like that and I was happy. But me to even get feedback from them, I was happy. Sure, you understand? So I understand if people are saying this is disappointing because now you have an understanding of what this thing is. So you are now saying, you are now beginning, those things are beginning to make sense to you, right? So I understand that feelings, ladies. I understand that feelings. Can one retake this class again? You can only watch the pre-recorded class if at all you are missing class. Can pre-order be taken for digital products? Yeah, you can. In as much that you've done your due diligence that the company that you are trying to take. Okay, if you are doing pre-order, right? Does it incur payment? Like, are you gonna make payments, or is it gonna be after delivery that you are going to make payments? I'm talking to Amaka for your pre-order. That's pre-launching now. The product is not yet out. So if it's during pre-launching that you're doing your pre-order, of course you can do that. After launching, then you can make your payment and get the delivery of whatever products that you've ordered for. Because yeah, so you can, yeah, you can. So let me quickly share my screen so I will not take much of our time. So I want us to leave early. Yeah, I think we're on the last slide before we move to cross-functional, working as a cross-functional team. So let me share my screen. I'm not the one ordering, no. Who is not ordering? Okay, so I think we stopped here that the product launch execution that it can be done in several ways depending on the company and what type of launch they are doing. I've explained all the types of launch chain we have and also the categories, right? So there are some of the ways people launch into market can be through an event, and I made an example that Apple does this often for their products, right? You can also do it on their social media. You can do it on social media. You can launch with few people first. You can also take pre-orders. So, and the only way you can determine this is when you know your customer's journey. You know how you'll be able to identify ways to get the attention of your customers. So by the time I share this slide, you have access to all of this link, so you can these are resources that will be helpful for you also to have like a deeper understanding. So the next one that I'll be taking us through is cross-functional collaboration. So for we all know what cross-functional collaboration is. I don't need to start explaining what that is for us, right? We know what's cross-functional collaboration. What does it mean? How do you manage your stakeholders? How do you manage your team? All of those things has to be in place, because if you notice all of our teachings, you can see that there are some key words that we tend to be repeating because this is what you'll be experiencing every day. It might sound repetitive to you, but you should know that is a key skill, a key factor that you have to know. Like you have to be 100% basically. So cross-functional collaboration has to do with is the process of you bringing together individuals from different departments or areas of expertise to work on a shared goals. So in our own case as product managers, you'll be working with developers, your product marketers, your designers, your marketers, customer care, HR, depending on how big your organization is. Do you understand? So I tell people that managing people can be hard, but if you know your onions, if you have done your own due diligence too, you will not have problem. But to be honest, I won't lie to you, there are times that there will be issues. Managing people is not easy, especially when you don't have the same level of experience. Imagine when somebody that has like 10 years of experience as a product manager and they just hire somebody that has maybe like a year or 2 months or 3 months or 6 months experience. They are okay. You can't see my slide. Ah, okay, let me stop sharing. Okay, let me share again. Let me do that again. Thank God I'm able to figure that out that you can't see my slide. I'll just be teaching and can you see my slide now? You can't see my slide. What's going on? Okay. You can't see my slide. Okay, you can see now. All right, thank you. So yeah, remember that tonight's topic, who knows what tonight's topic is? Do you still remember the topic for tonight's class? We said product launch execution and what cross-functional collaboration. So we are done with the first part, which is the product launching execution, and we are moving to the second part. So I'm sure we all know what this is all about, right? We have an understanding of collaboration, cross-functional collaboration, working as a team. So you can't avoid this. You cannot. Yes, in as much you want to be in the tech space, I've mentioned this severally, and it's even a topic on its own. You see how important this skill is. It's very important. So it's the process of bringing together individuals from different departments or area of expertise to work on a shared goals. So, like I mentioned before, then that it has to do you working with your developers, your marketer, your designers, HR. It's based on how big your organization is. So let's try as much as possible also to work on ourselves before we are done with this training. Please, if you know you have an issue in particular area in relating with people, this is the best time for you to work on yourself. I've said it's time without numbers. So now it's a topic on its own. You know how important that is. Why does it matter to bring down silos between departments? Because you cannot build a product alone, like I always say. You cannot build a product on your own. No matter how skilled you are, you cannot do it alone. You still have to work with other departments. So let's also consider that it also helps to drive innovation by leveraging various skills. The skills of a developer, the skills of a designer, all of those things, right, will be what we needed. So be a leader that tolerates, all right, give people elastics, give people grace. I know it's not easy. Oh. Even me that I'm still talking, that I'm here teaching and all of that. I work with people and people can some people they don't really it's not everybody that has this professional skills of how to relate with people. Imagine where your team member is talking to you, and he's just telling you, like, talking to you rudely. I mean, and all because the person does not have experience working in a well cultured environment, and you, for the fact that you have experience, that's a problem on its own. So how do you manage people like that? Will you tell them that you are not experienced? Will you tell them that it's not your fault, it's because of the company that I are? Do you understand? Because you face this child, you will face it. That's the reality. There's no, I'm not sugarcoating anything. You will experience it. You will experience, like, now by the time people are done in 3 months by God's grace, and luckily for you, you're able to get first gig and you're hired, and you meet somebody that has been working for over 5 or 6 years. Are you telling me that your level of experience, your level of exposure, your level of are you going to be on the same level with that person? No. And the time is coming that you also be in that situation, that you also have that level of experience, and people are also coming up. So you should understand that this thing is things that you cannot avoid. So for you to drive innovation, for you to be able to meet up with your target, for you to have a successful team, you have to know how to collaborate with your team members. It also enhances efficiency in decision making and execution. You cannot make, even if you I know it is your responsibility to make decision, but don't be too authoritative and all of that. Seek for their own opinion, even when you know you are right. I've said this time without over, so I'm not going to dwell much on this aspect. Okay. Yeah. What are the key benefits of cross-functional collaboration? Innovation and creativity. Diverse teams dey bring their ideas, different problem-solving approaches, the combination of various expertise that will lead to creative solutions. These are part of the benefit that you tend to, get if you're able to work with your team successfully. Some people will have idea and they'll just be quiet. They'll just leave you to do your rubbish and all. So if you want to show us that you have sense, and keep doing it. But if you've given people grace and you've allowed them to be themselves, you've made them feel like they are also wanted, they are part of the team, you will get best of them. But if you're acting like you know it all, you are the boss, they call you mini CEO, you are the oga patapata, they listen to you, they are under you, you are just doing yourself, you're not doing yourself any good, basically. So give people grace when you're working. Faster problem solving. You can be working with a particular person, and person might have a lot of experience. I have a particular person, a guy in my where I'm working at the moment. This guy is so good at talk about design, he knows it. Talk about developing, coding, he's good. Talk about marketing, He's good. Like, name anything. This guy is so good in the sense that, and okay, look at that kind of person now. If there is a particular problem that we're trying to solve, we'll call out. What do you think? It will definitely be something. He will say something that's will add value because you've given him the opportunity to explore, isn't it? But if you're acting like you know everything, the guy will just be looking at, be doing your drama now. But let everybody feel like they are part of the team, even if you know it. Give people grace. All right. So I'm not going to dwell much on that as well. Avoid bottleneck by addressing issues from multiple angles at once. When there are situations that need to be addressed, right? Be diplomatic enough for you to be able to figure out. When you go for an interview at times, I've attended an interview that they ask him that, normally if you are writing your interview, you say you have problem solving skills, Abby. You can work under pressure. All those lies that are your CV. Now you have to prove it when you are working. Do you understand? So I'm not saying like basically, but let's be realistic to ourselves. There are so many things we have on our CV that in real life we don't have the skills. But these skills are needed on the job as a product manager because you should be able to address issues logically. Do you understand? Also, it also one of the benefits of working as a cross-functional team is enable you to make better decisions. You'll be able to, like, okay, sit down, analyze, you hear from both angles. Not that you just make the decisions based on your own, what you feel, but you sit down, you hear from the two of them, then you make a decisions. So better decision making, decisions are more well-rounded when an expert from different domain contributes. For example, maybe you want to, I know we have HR that we are working with. For example, now maybe you are able to get a gig in a startup. Startup, they're just coming up. They might not really have much money to hire HR. They might not have money to hire so many people. And now you might be maybe among you that you be the one to hire, isn't it? So now you will be needing to have like a dev team on the team. You'll be needing to have a designer on the team when you're hiring someone, right? Because it is their domain, because it is their own field. So if you are not working as a cross-functional team, how would you get how would these guys contribute to the growth of that organization? Because if you want to hire somebody, they'll be the ones to ask some technical question from the people they'll be hiring. Oh, this is our head of the clinic in so department. We would like to ask you, because so many times when I'm called for an interview, I used to hear them say, okay, this is our head of from tech from the development team. This is our head of makeup from designer team, blah blah blah, and all of those things. So because these people are experts in their own work, in their own area of specialty. So do you think that if they are not working as a team, that will happen? No, you didn't hire them as an HR. You hire them as a developer, and you hire them as a designer. They can literally tell you that I was hired as a product manager. So it is not my responsibility to be doing this. It's not my responsibility to be doing that. But because you've made them feel like they are part of the organization, that they have something to offer, they will also try as much as possible to make things work. Do you understand? So all of these things too helps. It reduces the risk of blind spots that may occur when only one function is involved. It also increase ownership and accountability. Share goals, it foster collective ownership, and each department will take responsibility for their contribution to the final outcome. So what are the challenges we faced working as a cross-functional team? Communication barriers. Imagine if God blesses you and you're able to get like a gig probably outside the country. What country that they don't speak English? I'm sure you not even apply for that kind of job, right? Where you don't understand exactly. This is risk of blind spot. Thank you, doctor. You know that they are speaking another language. Maybe they are speaking French and you don't understand French. That's a barrier. So in this kind of situation, what are you going to do? You're going to implement a clear communication channels and a shared language that is going to work, that can enable you to be able to communicate freely with these guys. So what other challenges do we have? Conflicting priorities, right? When everybody there, they don't have the same goal. Different departments may have competing objective. Marketers might want to, like, they are after, they want to launch, they have their launching date. Designers is trying to have they're after the aesthetic, they want to have nice user experience, that when users are using their website, they're like, oh, this, the aesthetic is so great, the user experience is awesome. And developers also, they are trying to make be sure that there is no bug, and everybody's having conflicting interest. This one is trying to do this, another person is trying to do this, so that's another challenges that can happen as a cross-functional team. So the solution to this is just for you to align your teams to work around a unified goal and prioritize their goals together. That's just the best thing, because there are always times that there will be conflicting priorities. Communication barrier is also an issue, especially if you are applying in countries that, I've mentioned that lack of trust also can be a challenge. Department may not trust each other's motive and expertise. There are some people that, we don't have the same skills as an individuals, right? Some people are so blessed that they are so good, like they are, in fact, they are fast learners, and some people might not be that, right? So we should also try to foster like a culture of trust and transparency through regular collaboration and shared successes. And the next one, coordinating issues. You have to keep everyone on the same page. Keeping everyone on the same page can be difficult, and the solution you can just do is that, I explained how we, I think the only tools we explained, I think, is we I taught everyone how to use Jira, if you can remember. But if we still have more time, I can also, we can still learn more tools, right? Because as a product manager, to be honest, you communicate more using those tools, because you need to be able to, like, to track the progress of what your guys have done. Jira, exactly. I like Trello so much. I use Trello. I like everything, but I like Trello the more. So you'll be able to, like, itemize your backlog, your work in progress, your done, your, no, we have backlog, we have to do, we have work in progress, we have done, we have review. So it's depending on your deliverables, isn't it? So all of these things is needed as a product manager, so that you're able to coordinate issues. You know who you assign a particular task to that is delaying. You'll be able to, like, be able to know who to face. Oh, I assigned so task to you, doctor. I did not do it. What's the challenge? Are you facing any difficulties and all of those things? Just for everybody to be in alignment. So it's essential for us as a product manager to be able to make, you should learn how to use those tools, even if it is not everything. So if you are going for an interview and you are being called, they'll definitely ask you that, what tools can you use? So don't let your learning stop in the classroom. Even whatever that you are being taught in class, you still have to also make more research, because you cannot limit yourself to what we are teaching you here. We can't give you everything, but at least you have an idea of what this whole thing is, then you do your own personal research. All right, so that's about that. So what are the best practices for cross-functional collaboration? The best practices for cross-functional collaboration is for you to have a defined, clear goals. You should be able to set clear shared objective from the beginning. Let everybody know what you are trying to achieve. Are we trying to build a, what are we trying, if you are, for example, maybe you are trying to work on a laundry app, right? Everybody must understand that, okay, we are trying to work on this app. How many actors do we have? We have the agents, for example, we have the users, we have the admin, we have the super admin, right? And we also have, we again, if you are working on a laundry app, those are the four actors that we have: agents, the users, the admin that will be, working on the website, and sorry, that will be, the admin will be the one to be, how do I define an admin? Admin will be the one to be tracking the progress of how the website is actually going on, updating it and all of those things. So all this things has to be in place. So if you are working on a laundry app, for example, you need to understand that, what problem are you trying to solve? You are trying to what? To digitalize laundry, making laundry easy for your users. That's a goal they are trying to achieve. So everybody must understand that this app that we are trying to work on, this is what we are trying to achieve. Is it going to be a B2B, or is it going to be a B2C? Is it business? Are we interacting with consumers directly, or we are interacting with organizations to use our app? Why we act like a middleman? Because, for example, if you are working on a laundry app, for example, if it is B2B, that means that you are employing other laundry organizations to use your app. So they are the one you are liaising with. But if you are doing like B2C, that means you are liaising directly with your consumers to come and use your laundry app to come and wash. Do you understand? So everybody must have like a clear understanding, what are we trying to achieve, so that everybody not just be doing what they like. And also they also need to understand their roles. As a product manager, what is your role? As a designer, what is your role? As a developer, what is your role on this project, on this product we are working on? As a customer care, what is your role? As a this, what is your role? Because if the there's this adage that if the importance of something is not known, abuse is inevitable. There's a way they say that adage, right? If they don't know what they are expected to do, then they will even make the whole thing worse for you. So you have to define your clear goals so that everybody will know what they are trying to do from the beginning. Another thing is, another best practices that can also enable you to have a cross-functional collaboration is that foster open communication. As I am growing up, I hate face-to-face interaction. I don't like arguments because I know that there's no way I'm going to win that conversation. I'm not good at shalaye. I'm not good at confrontation. So if I have an issue with you, it's very difficult for me to express myself because you will win. There's no way, because by the time you start, there's no way I can win that conversation. So I don't like it. I don't like it. I always avoid it. But as time goes by, I'm growing up, and especially even this um the career I've chosen, I don't have a choice. I have to talk. So it enables you to talk, as well as it encourages transparency. When you work as a team, it foster open communication. Everybody will talk. There will be regular checks in, there will be feedback loop. There's a way for you to track progress when you are using. Exactly. If the purpose of a thing is known, abuse is inevitable. Exactly. Thank you so much, Duru. Thank you for that contribution. So when you relate with your cross-functional team in the best way, it fosters relationship, it fosters open communication, it breaks down jargons and ensure that everybody is speaking the same language. These jargons they are saying now is a deaf thing, because by the time they start saying that their jargons, their code and all of those things, what are people saying? Eh? They will just be say, okay, now let's move it. We are moving it from so. We are moving it to another this thing. From like, what are people saying? Like, can someone just explain what people are? You understand? But when there's an open communication, they can even explain all of these things to you for you to understand. Establish strong leadership. You appoint a project manager or leader who can facilitate collaboration and keep the team on track. But a situation whereby you're working with a startup that they cannot afford project manager, you're also the project stroke products manager. I hope you know that. So this leader will ensure what accountability across the department. But what me I used to do is, because of my own team, this is where I operate. I try to have like a team rep across all team. For designers, we have, I mean, the designers we have is not just one, it's not two, it's not three. So I needed to have a rep for that team. Okay, this person, what's the updates about what people are doing, before we now have like a general team. So you can also try to, like, to nominate somebody. You just tell them to nominate a team rep for easy communication, because it's not every time that you can be having meetings with everybody during working hour. You might just, okay, team rep, what's happening with your team? Developer, what's happening with your team? It's depending on how you want to do it. Anyways, whichever one that works for you, it's your calling. So the next one is leverage collaboration tools. I've explained that. We don't need to go back there. And the next one is build trust through relationship building. Exactly. Even there are some organizations that, let me chip this also, that they are working already and they are still getting gig outside the job, right? And they'll still tell you that, guy, there's one gig somewhere, or this and that, they will still give you gig. You're working, but they'll still give you gig and all of that. Do you understand? So when you work as a cross-functional team, it goes beyond the office. Even outside the office, you know, you guys are still working as a team, and they can still refer. I tell people that relationship can save you 100 what's it called? How do I even used to say that? Can save you 100 applications. Relationship with people can save you 100 applications, job applications. I know doctor is a doctor is a friend of mine. She's a product manager. I can guarantee this, that this person is going to do this for you. I can vouch for her. Oh, I know Temi Lolua. Temi Lolua is a very, very committed product manager. I know this person. I know Oni. I know Alagbe Temi Lolua. I know Joy Chinago. I know so many people. I know Esther. I know Vivian. I know, relationship is a currency. Apostle Selma used to say that relationship is a currency. So if you are working as well as a product manager, don't just work because, yeah, we are working and I'm the oga patapata. Whatever I say is the fine. You are deceiving yourself. You will not grow. That's the truth. Because you don't know is who. So you have to be very careful. So collaboration also helps to promote a culture where everybody input to be valued. Yeah, you work remotely, you can work with, if you are lucky enough to get a role that's even outside the country. Exactly. So you can work with people that are not even in Nigeria, people that are not, you get, so these are things that you have access with if you can, you can work collaboratively with your team members. So case study: successful cross-functional collaboration company in Amazon, for example. Project, they're working on Amazon Echo development. So for cross-functional team that are involved, we have product development, we have software engineer, we have marketing, we have user experience, we have designers, we have sales. And what do you think will be the outcome? Basic, this is just trying to tell us that you cannot work alone. You cannot work alone. You need people to work with you. So please, thank God we are all ladies on this call. Cross-functional collaboration might look like a, excuse me, it might look like what is just, we know we should work as a cross-functional team, this and that, but please, it's a skills that you have to know before you are done with this 3 months training. Work on yourself. Please work on yourself. It's very, very important. Work on yourself. It's very, very, and when you are going for an interview, one of the questions they will ask you is that, have you ever worked on a team, as like, have you ever worked as a cross-functional team before? They will always ask you. You can tell me after when you have come for an interview. Tell me, BC, and you BC used to say this thing. No, they will, that question, they can never miss that question. They can even ask you, okay, have you ever managed a team before? They will ask you because this thing is very important. If you cannot manage a team, why do they need to hire you? They don't need your service. They don't need you because product manager, you're a manager. And what is a manager? You all know that, right? What is the work of a manager? You need to, to carry out, you're expected to make sure that everybody works according to the goals of what is expected of them to do. So you are the one who will direct, you be the one to control, you be the one to coordinate your members in order to achieve a certain goals. So you have to learn. There's no way you can do it. If you don't have character, go and get character, if you want to work. But if you don't want to work, just stay in your house. So yeah, I think that's just it. Do we still have more slides? All right. So our key takeaway is just that cross-functional collaboration leads to more innovative solutions by bringing diverse expertise together. Communication is key. Establishing clear communication channel is essential to avoid misunderstanding and ensure smooth collaboration. And when you are communicating with somebody, so there's probability that somebody can misinterpret you. Most of all these things we are doing at times, I work remotely, so at times too, communication might, somebody might be saying something, might not really understand it, what that person is, in the sense that you might misinterpret what that person is saying. But if you are looking at somebody like this face to face like this, it's very easy. But when is it just, you might misinterpret the person, so ensure that what the person is telling you, you understand it. Ask questions. Ask questions. Ask question. Collaboration skills. Have you ever seen somebody that there was something that happened to one of my friends. So I think the person has problem with the product manager, right? And the person resigned. Why? Because they said the product manager is ordering him to do this. I mean, so you resign. So that's where you be resigning from all organizations. Is that like, who does that? And when that my friend was just telling me that so person resign, no, I said, "Well," I said, it does. So that person does not really understand what he or she is doing, basically, because the truth is you cannot do life alone. That one is certain. And even for you to work as a techie, whether you're a developer, you're an engineer, whatever you are in the tech space, you cannot do it alone. And you cannot be saying, I have a product manager, like a colleague like that, that says, my boss is doing anyhow. Me, I will resign. Oh. See, if they resign, they wire on that person. In fact, before you leave, they wire somebody else. It's as simple as that. So leaving an organization is not the best thing. But the best thing for you is to be able to sit down, think logically, and be able to sort out that issue that, how can we do this? How can we do that? So if you are saying that how much is your salary, you are not helping yourself, because the truth is when you leave, they have nothing. They will replace straight out. And lots of people are taking training and even tech skills now. It's so easy online that you can sign up for 3 months, 6 months. So everybody wants to join the tech space because they say tech space now is the new oil money. That's what they say. So please, let's try as much as possible to work on ourselves. Very, very important, please. So yeah, so the last one is leadership and trust matters. Strong relationship and leadership and a culture of trust are critical to overcoming challenges and achieving success. So I hope with these few points of mine, I'm able to convince you and also confuse you that character is everything. If as much that you want to succeed as a product manager, learn how to work as a team. Speak up your mind. And when you're talking to, you have to be professional. Don't be the type of person that will be, you have to be well cultured with your words. If it require you to take online training, you can take online training. Because after 3 months, I trust that everybody on this call, you find grace and you get a job immediately. That at least even if it's an internship or something, you get something doing. But before then, equip yourself enough to be able to like make use of that opportunity. Don't be too arrogant and I'm a product manager, I'm a product manager. I'm a product manager. I'm a product. So apply wisdom. Yeah. So I think that's all from my end tonight, ladies. I can take questions. Any questions? Feel free to ask me. Yeah, I can see them. Amen. Amen. Yeah. Yes, so referral is everything. Relationship is a currency. Yeah, that's correct. I learned that from Apostle Sema. The day I was listening to that teaching, oh my God, you need to see my diary. I wrote a lot. I wrote a lot. So, do we have question for me? I'm ready to take questions. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure, ladies. And also, remember to always tell your story on LinkedIn. Oh. It's very important. And it's not just you're writing at make sure that for every class, make sure that whatever content you're writing on Facebook, that topic that you were being taught, you should be able to get at least maybe 1 point or 2. From tonight's class, I was able to learn something in product management that even you can also do your own personal research as well, back it up and all of those things. Because don't just write content that is not adding value to the people that are reading. Yes, you are happy to start your tech journey, and tonight's class, this was the teaching. What did you get from that teaching? Do you understand? So when you're also uploading something on LinkedIn, it should be something that will also add value to the reader. I'm seeing some update on LinkedIn now. What they are just writing there is like more of a I know it's good to motivate, but from that class, what did you learn? I'm not going to give you my headset though. Oraimo, I'm their biggest fan. I'm their biggest fan. So I hope I'm able to add value, ladies. So I think that's if you don't have any other question, that means I have to go now. So thank you all for having me. Our next class is gonna be on Friday. Yeah. So see you guys. Good night.